Hey everybody, David here, and this is a Savage Worlds tutorial. Now today we're going to take a look at the initiative process and a couple other variables for your Savage Worlds game. I've had a lot of people in the channel on YouTube say, "Hey man, what is this deck of cards all about when you're doing initiative?" So it's really easy. The game states that it's fast, furious, and simple, and I'll tell you what, Savage Worlds, it really is. So all you're going to need, when you're playing Savage Worlds, all you're going to need is the core book, which this is the core book right here. This is the Savage Worlds Deluxe. You can get this in both hardback. Hardback is about $20 to $30, about 160 pages. Or if you want to get the $8.99 softback version, you can get that as well. And I believe the PDF is around $5 or so on the Pinnacle website. So you can get it any other way. You can get it any way you want. Physical book, softback, hardback, and also in a PDF. So when you're playing Savage Worlds, you're going to need your standard set of dice, D4 all the way up to D20. D20 really isn't used that often, but it is used a couple times for like random rolls and stuff. And you're going to need a deck of cards, and make sure your deck of cards has the jokers in it, because the jokers play a very, very important part in the initiative process for Savage Worlds. So, we're going to say that we have, in our initiative process here, we're going to say that we have 4 players, and they are going to attack some creatures. So, we're going to say we have players named Willie, Scarlet, Worm, Deviator, and we're going to say that we have 2 NPCs. We're going to say we have MS as the Mad Scientist, and R for the Mad Scientist robots. So this is going to be just a standard combat initiative process. and like I said, everybody, initiative is super simple in Savage Worlds. Now, there are some small rules that you're going to have to take into consideration. Now, when you are doing initiative, jokers will always be the highest. Okay, we'll get into the jokers. The jokers, if you receive a joker card, that means that you've got the best card. You've got the highest. This means you get to go at any time that you want to. You get to go any time, meaning exactly what I said. You get to go anytime you want to. So if you want to go first, go first. If you want to wait until the middle of the round, you can go in the middle of the round. And you can interrupt anybody that you want to interrupt, and you just interrupt them. There's no kind of roll or nothing like that for interrupting or reaction, nothing. A Joker, you have precedence on everything. Now, there's also another cool thing that happens when you get a Joker. You get +2 to your skill checks for the round, and +2 to damage. And that is only for the Joker if you're dealt a Joker card. Alright? Then it goes in order from aces down to basically the deuces. Alright? So that's the order so far. So Joker, and then aces down to 2. So you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, what if 2 people get aces or 2 people get 5, say? Well, then you go into the suits or the colors of cards. So your standard, what is it, 56 card deck, 58 with the jokers or something like that? They have 4 colors. Well, sorry, they have 4 suits, which are in 2 different colors. There are 2 colors of red, 2 colors of black, and all you do is you take the spades, and then you go to hearts, diamonds, and clubs. So it's basically going to be in order. So ties refer to the suit of cards. So in order, it goes spades, diamonds, hearts, sorry about that, diamonds, and then last but not least, the club. So as you can see, it goes S, H, D, C, and descending order all the way down. And it's super easy. So if two people have aces, it's unfortunate, but it's going to happen from time to time. And say you have an ace of spades and an ace of clubs, that means that the tie goes to the ace of spades. They get to go first. No problem at all. Now, that's for basically descending order, and that's how you determine who goes first and whatnot. Now, you can also, in the initiative process, you can also hold your action. And holding an action in Savage Worlds doesn't work the same if you're used to playing, say, a D20 version game like Pathfinder or D&D, you know, where you'll go down to another portion, and you know you have to have a trigger to, you know, take your action. If you just want to hold your action when it's your turn, say, hey, I want to hold my action, and that's it. You hold your action, and then, you know, next person goes, next person, and then something comes up, and then you say, okay, now I want to go ahead and, you know, I want to take myself off hold and I want to go. Well, if you do that, it works a little bit differently than the Joker. See, when you have the Joker, you have precedence to do anything you want at any time with no checks, no penalties, nothing. Now, if you're on standard hold, if you are on hold and you want to come off of hold, then the person that you are interrupting, you're going to have to do an agility check against to see who's going to go first. I mean, it's really, 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 really simple. So if you're on hold, you hold to any point until you're ready to go, basically. And I like to use the whiteboard here. I haven't used this in a while. And when you're ready, all you're going to do is when you interrupt, then the person, and it can be a creature or it can be a party member, then a contest of agility needs to happen, AGI. So you'll just take your agility score, you'll roll off, and the person with the highest agility score, they get to go. All right, so that's how hold works. Really, really, really super easy. All right, really, really, really super. And that's for, you know, holding and interrupting your actions. Now, there's also the element of surprise, and the element of surprise, I like the way that this works in Savage Worlds. So the element of surprise does not work like other D20 games as well. When you are surprised in Savage Worlds, okay, there's two, and I believe that Savage Worlds classifies this as the side that started the fight. So we'll say that the starters, all right. So we'll say that there's the starters, and then we'll say that there's the victims, and this is how Savage Worlds clarifies it. So the starters, they're the ones that basically have advantage, and this can be you are maybe sneaking up on a bandit camp in the middle of the night. That's if you're playing Savage Worlds Fantasy, or it could be modern day. There are bandits modern day. So we'll say that the party has snuck up on a bandit camp, and the bandit that was on basically detail, he fell asleep. He's sleeping against a tree. So therefore, the bandits have no clue that you are fixing to pounce on them. So that gives you the elements of surprise. So this is where the element of surprise comes into effect. So if you are the starters, which is the people who are initiating it, then the rules state that you do not get a card until the victims, they need to see if they notice what is going on or not. So first off, and this may sound a little confusing the way that it's worded in the book, but now the starters are not dealt cards right off the bat. So we can just kind of bypass the starters. We'll say that everybody is now starting to charge into the camp. The element of surprise has been broken. Now the bandits are starting to wake up saying, oh, what in the heck's going on around here? So now the victims, which are the bandits, will say that they need to roll a notice check. And they are going to need to roll a notice check. All right. And when they do this, they need to roll a successful notice check, and all DC numbers or target numbers in Savage Worlds is a DC of 4. So all they have to do is roll a DC of 4, and I'm sure there will be some kind of negative penalties if they were sleeping or whatnot, unaware. I'm sure the game master will probably give them some kind of negative modifier. So they're going to roll their notice check. If they fail it, all right, then they get no card for the first round of combat, and they basically just sit idle at the bottom of the tracker and do not get a turn in the first round. All right. Now, if they're successful, then yes, they do recover. If they meet their target number of or DC of 4, then on success, then they get a card. They get a card, and they can take their actions as normal. Okay? And actions. Running out of room here. So, that is for the victims. Now, we'll say that all of the victims, we'll say that 6 of them, there was such a steep negative modifier, we'll say that they all failed their DC number of 4. So they were all caught unaware, and they're basically screwed. So now we're going to go to the starters, which are the people that initiated it. Then you would roll their cards. So then you would roll cards. Well, you would deal cards, not roll cards. Roll. You said when you're playing a D20 game for so many years, you're used to saying rolling initiative, not dealing initiative. All right. So you're going to want to deal your cards and act as normal. Okay. There you go. That's it. But the way that I do it when I play Savage Worlds, I just go ahead and I give the players cards too. I mean, and the rules don't say to do this, but you can do it because it equals the same thing at the end anyway. So what I do is I always deal my players cards first, and then I go ahead and I do my notice checks for all of the different individuals that are surprised, that were, that does not have the element of surprise, and then all of the ones that were successful on their DC number or target number 4 rolls, their notice checks, then I go ahead and deal them in for that round as well. And it works out just as well as if you don't do it. So, all right. So these are pretty much all of the rules that have to deal with the initiative process in Savage Worlds. So we'll go over them one more time. The Joker, if you get a Joker, you get to go first. You get to go anytime you want to. You can interrupt anytime that you want to. And as a bonus, you're going to get +2 to ability checks, skill checks, and +2 to damage rolls. Then, if you have an ace, then you are going to be at the top as well. Aces, numerically, all the way down to a 2. Now, what happens if you get ties? Then it refers to the suit of card that you have, and it goes in descending alphabetical order, which is the spades, the hearts, the diamonds, and then the clubs. And I should probably go ahead and rewrite this because it looked like a ton of just jumbo there of letters and stuff. So there we go. Hearts, diamonds, and then clubs. So you can put yourself on hold, you can interrupt other people, and you can hold until you're ready to go. And then when you're ready to interrupt someone, then you just declare that you're interrupting, and then you and that person or the NPC, you will do a contest of an agility roll, and the higher roll gets to go. And I mean, you could even solve that too. I mean, if you're interrupting one of your other fellow players in a group, you guys could just work it out. I mean, there's no need to really fight over who wants to go first. Just work it out, or go by the rules and do the agility roll. No problem at all. Then the last thing you have here is the element of surprise, which works. It works mechanically the same in every game, the same results every time, but Savage Worlds is a little bit differently, where the victims actually have a chance to recover during the element of surprise. So they're going to have to do a DC number or target number 4 notice check, and if they're successful, then they are also dealt cards in. So piece of cake. All the starters, they're the ones that initiated the surprise. Then they also get a card. Really easy, really easy to do. So I've got my deck of cards here, and we have our, seeing that we've already discussed all the rules and stuff, let's go ahead and take a look at how my cards turned out. I've already pre-shuffled them, so we'll see. Like I said, I've got Willie, Scarlet, Worm, Deviator. I've got the Mad Scientist, and I've also got his robot and minions. So hopefully I left enough space for Willie to get a 9 of spades. Ooh, Scarlet got an ace. Worm got a 9 of hearts. Ooh, Deviator got a joker. The Mad Scientist, screwed, he got a 3. And his minions at least got a jack. So, very easy. You see, you'll see that the joker, Deviator, he's going to get to go first at any time. He can go first now, or if he chooses so, he can wait until the end of whenever. And, even if you're on hold, here's another thing that I didn't talk about while on being hold. When you are on hold, you can hold your card into the next round if you want. You just won't be dealt another card. So if you have that joker, and if you think that your companions are going to have everything at hand, especially if you have the element of surprise, then maybe you might want to hold on to that joker and wait till the next round. Because in the next round of combat, all the cards are taken up and new cards are dealt. So if you are on hold, you get to keep your card, and you'll go into that next round with whatever card you have. And in Deviator's case, he's got the joker, so he could stay on hold technically the whole time and just hold on to that joker and use the joker whenever he wants, in whatever round that he wants to use it in. So I don't know if it would be good just to hold on to that pretty joker the whole time. But technically, you can do that. And you can do that with a 2. You can do that with a 3. You can do that with any card. I mean, hold works the same for whatever card that you have. So, piece of cake. So we'll say that Deviator will go ahead and cash in his card. He'll go first. So it'll be the Joker will go first. And then you see Scarlet has an ace. So she's going to get to go next. And then all of the robots, they're going to get to go third. And then you see Willie and Worm, they both have a 9. So we have to revert to the mechanics of a tie, and it goes in descending alphabetical order from spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. So, as you can see, Willie, he's got the spade, so Willie will get to go first, and then Worm will get to go after that as number 5, and then last but not least, the poor Mad Scientist, he has a 3 of diamonds, and he will get to go last. Then, after everybody's gone, they've taken their turn, the cards are put up, the cards are put on the bottom of the deck, and then we'll do one more round to kind of practice a little bit. So, ooh, wow. Huh. Now Willie's got the ace. Oh my goodness, wow, Scarlet's nailing it. Scarlet's got a, oh, holy crap, another, wow, look at this. I actually had this happen in a game one time. Scarlet got a joker, Worm got an ace, wow, Deviator got a king. The Mad Scientist, he's probably already dead from last round, but he has a 4, and then his robot minions, what are left, has a 7. So, again, Scarlet now has the joker this round, so she can go anytime that she wants. Then the aces get to go, and seeing that we have a tie, we'll revert to the ties. And seeing that even though they're both the same color, the hearts are going to get to go first because that's, they have the H, or, the hearts. So, and it's in descending. So the heart's going to get to go first. So Wormfood's going to get to go. And then Willie will get to go with the diamond. And then, it's unfortunate, but Deviator has a king, and he's going fourth in the combat track, in the combat order. So, which having a king and going fourth, I'd feel pretty good about. That. And then you have your robots going on a 7, and the Mad Scientist going on a 4. Now, just remember at the end of the round, all cards are redone. All players NPCs, get new cards, and it's just a rinse and repeat process, guys, gals. It's super easy, and you could even do this. You know, you could even do this, and you could get rid of the initiative and other D20 games if you want to change it up. Get rid of the initiative bonuses and all that stuff. Just go off of pure luck on the cards. You could even implement this into a D20 game. Of course, there's a lot more bonuses and whatnot in your your standard D20 game, but I mean, if the players don't mind it, hey, might as well give it a try. Why not? Have some fun with it, you know. Break the mold, change things up. So, there you go, everybody. That's initiative using the deck of cards for Savage Worlds. Savage Worlds is a very fun game. It's been growing on me the last 3 or 4 months. I really enjoy playing it. It's by Pinnacle Entertainment, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you do anything differently, please also let me know. I always like to read the what people do in their games. So feel free to leave a comment. Like the video. If you haven't followed the YouTube channel yet, go for it. You're missing out. So anyways, thanks everybody. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.